Hi there, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for June. On the 4th of this month, there is a lunar eclipse. Now, I told you last month about the potential for relating, for new partnerships to enter your world in the next 6 months, and that would be boosted this month too. But this is actually potentially a challenge because the lunar eclipse is in your sign, facing back across the heavens towards the sun in Gemini. The suggestion here is, therefore, if there is a relationship which you're not very happy with at the moment, you may decide to call time on it. Now, you probably won't do this without a great deal of forethought, but you are being urged not to be too rash. And the reason for this is that Mercury is going to be moving on the 7th of this month into an area which asks you to really scratch beneath the surface. Don't necessarily just see things as they appear. You need to understand what they really mean. And Mercury will help you to do that. But if there is a parting of the ways, I do feel that there could be a financial disagreement which coincides with this. From about the 10th through to the 15th, you need to try to be sure that you're going to be straightforward and fair in your approach, but you also demand this from anyone else you're involved with, whether it is a business relationship or a personal one, and you're deciding who's going to have the china or whatever else. But the good news starts to pour back in for you from the 12th. And even if one door does shut, the fact that Jupiter enters your sector of relating, and it's going to be with you for the next year, just slightly over a year, is really, really good. And that relationship that's come to a close, however much you have to go through a period of letting go and grieving, it is going to prepare the way for something new, better, fresher, more relevant than what you've experienced recently. Or if you're single, you really should have a tingle of excitement about this development. It's joined by also a new moon on the 19th of the month in your sector of partners. So all this can recast your whole thinking around relationships in a much more positive way than perhaps you do think around the 4th. Now, there's also the end of Saturn's retrograde journey that's gone on for the last 5 months. That occurs on the 25th. A friendship might have been an area that's been weak. You probably have got a clearer idea of who you can't quite relate to in the same way. The sun moves on the 21st into an area which is much more to do with practical issues. And if you have been talking to someone, wanting to get to know them better, you're going to find out whether this is a keeper or it's one that's just been a nice, enjoyable episode, but it's not going to stick around. There is then the move of Mercury into a much more explorative part of your scope, moves into your sister fire sign of Leo. You could find yourself wanting to open up, travel a bit in the last few days. But then there is really an absolutely stunning alliance between Jupiter, your ruler, and also Venus in the last few days of this month. And something really magical can happen. It could even be the healing of a relationship you never thought could get better. Or it could be that someone really quite dramatic is going to enter your life and quite literally sweep you off your feet. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Good luck and goodbye for now.